Have you ever felt that crippling weight in your chest? The cold grip of fear holding you back? What if I told you that fear is nothing but a liar? A voice that's been whispering falsehoods in your ear all along. How many times have you let fear dictate your life, steering you away from your dreams, pushing you to settle for less, to shrink away from your potential? It's time to confront the truth. Fear is an illusion. It hides behind every obstacle, telling you that you're not good enough, that success is out of reach, and that failure is inevitable. But what if the only thing standing between you and your dreams is the lie you've been telling yourself? That you can do it. Fear thrives in the darkness of your doubt. It grows stronger the longer you let it control you. But the moment you step into the light of truth, you'll see that fear has no power over you. What would your life look like if you stopped listening to its lies? Today we're going to break those chains. You have the power to conquer fear, to destroy the walls it's built around you. It's time to stand tall, face the truth, and take control of your destiny. Fear is a liar, and today you're going to prove it. Are you ready to take that first step into freedom? Let's begin. Fear wants you to believe it's protecting you, that it's keeping you safe from harm. But here's the truth. Fear is the enemy of progress. It keeps you stuck in the same place, running in circles, convincing you that taking risks will end in disaster. It tells you to play it safe, to avoid the unknown, and to settle for a life far below your potential. But let me ask you, when was the last time you played it safe and felt truly alive? When was the last time you felt fulfilled by a life without challenge, without the pursuit of something greater? It's time to recognize that the comfort you think fear is offering you is actually the cage keeping you from breaking free. Fear doesn't care about your growth. It wants to keep you small, contained, and afraid of change. It whispers lies like, you're not good enough, you'll never make it, or there's always someone better than you. But have you ever wondered how many successful people have heard those exact same lies and crushed them anyway? What separates those who succeed from those who fall to the ground is not talent or luck. It's their ability to look fear in the face and push forward regardless of the lies it tells them. You see, fear only has power when you choose to believe it. It feeds on your insecurities, your doubts, and your past failures. It grows stronger the longer you allow it to dictate your decisions. Think about your own fears for a moment. What is holding you back right now? Is it fear of failure? Fear of judgment? Fear of the unknown? The truth is, failure is not something to fear. It's something to embrace. Every successful person, every trailblazer has failed at some point. But what they did differently was rise up, time and time again. Failure isn't the end. It's a lesson, not a prison. What about the fear of judgment? How often have you stayed silent, kept your dreams to yourself, or avoided taking action because of what others might think? Let me remind you of something. The people who criticize you, who doubt you, are the ones who will never know the taste of victory because they're too busy playing the victim of their own fears. The people who truly matter, who will stand by you, encourage you, and celebrate your success, will never be the ones trying to keep you down. The fear of the unknown is another big one, isn't it? The idea of stepping into uncharted waters, leaving behind the safety of what's familiar. It's terrifying. But here's the thing. The unknown is where growth happens. The unknown is where your future self is waiting. The person you are meant to become. The life you are destined to live. What if everything you've ever wanted is just on the other side of your fear? You won't know until you take that first step, even if it's shaky, even if it feels like the world is against you. The key is to keep going, even when your mind is screaming for you to stop. Keep pushing, keep fighting, and keep moving forward, because the longer you let fear control your life, the longer you deny yourself the chance to truly live. It's time to take control. Fear can't hold you back if you don't let it. You are the one in control of your story, and today, you're going to rewrite it. Now let's get one thing straight. The battle with fear is never easy. It's not something you can simply wish away or ignore. It will show up at every turn, trying to convince you that it's in control, that you're not strong enough, not capable enough to overcome it. But the moment you decide to face fear head on, to look it in the eyes and say, "I'm not afraid of you anymore," that's when everything begins to shift. That's when you start to reclaim your life. The truth is, you have the power to change your reality. You have the power to break free from the lies that fear has planted in your mind. The world doesn't control you, and neither does fear. You control how you respond to it. You control how you act, how you think, and how you choose to rise above the challenges that stand in your way. Every single step forward you take, no matter how small, is a victory over fear. But here's the hard part. You must commit to this fight every single day. The lies of fear will creep back in. They always do. They'll show up as doubt, as hesitation, as negative self-talk. But this time, you know better. You can't let them win. You are stronger than your fears. The path to success, to freedom, to becoming the person you were meant to be. It's a choice, and it's one you must make every time that voice of fear tries to drown you in its lies. How will you respond when fear tries to show up again? Will you let it rule your actions? Or will you stand firm in your power and move forward no matter the uncertainty? The key to overcoming fear lies in one simple truth: action. Even when you feel that knot in your stomach, that doubt in your mind, take action anyway. The more you act in spite of fear, the more you show fear that you're in control. Each time you push through, the grip fear has on you weakens. The resolution is not to live a life where fear is gone completely, because that's simply unrealistic. The resolution is to live a life where fear no longer controls you, where fear no longer has the power to dictate your decisions. When you start to act in defiance of fear, you begin to shift the balance of power in your life. Fear becomes the passenger, not the driver. Think about the most successful, fulfilled, and fearless people you admire. They're not immune to fear. They face it every day, just like you. But what sets them apart is their refusal to let fear win. They choose to act despite the fear. They choose to take risks, to fail, and to keep going. They choose to believe in themselves, even when fear tells them they can't. It's time to stop waiting for fear to disappear. You don't need a life free from fear. You need a life where you are the one in charge, where you decide what fear means and how it affects you. Fear will never stop trying to pull you down, but as long as you stand tall, as long as you keep fighting, it will never win. So today, right now, make the choice. Decide to stop listening to fear's lies. Take that first step, no matter how big or small, toward the life you want. Fear is a liar, and it's time to prove it wrong. Are you ready to break free? The power is yours. Grab it. Now, it's your turn. The choice is in your hands. Are you ready to stop letting fear control your life? The moment you decide to take action is the moment you begin to change everything. Start small, but start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because it doesn't exist. Fear will always try to convince you that the time isn't right, but the truth is, the time is always now. The life you've dreamed of, the person you're meant to be, is waiting for you on the other side of fear. So, I challenge you today. What's one thing you can do right now that scares you? One small step toward the life you truly want. One decision that defies the lies fear has been telling you. Whether it's reaching out for that job, taking that risk, or simply believing in your own strength, make the decision to act. Fear can't win if you don't let it. If you found value in this message, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone you care about, someone who needs to hear that fear is a liar. Together, we can break free from its grip and start living the lives we were always meant to lead. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share how you plan to conquer fear in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey, because you are not alone in this fight. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.